What is up, my friends? My name is Echo Thrumi, and today I'm back with another episode of Asking Echo, where I take your questions from Twitter, email, and the comments below, and I answer them here live on the channel over some of my clan's gameplay. Guys, today we have questions about YouTube, about dreams, and about, what's some of the other ones? Oh, my favorite cards and stuff like that in game, and also about my choice of being a teacher as a career. So we're going to get into those in a minute. Before I do, I want to thank all of you for coming down to the channel because, guys, I really do appreciate you. So much chat going on in my clan right now. Lots of stuff happening today. So hopefully these replays don't get covered up. But whatever it may be, it's not as much about the gameplay as it is about the questions. With that being said, we're getting into my first question from John Roberts, and it says, Asking Echo, do you dream of being at 1 million subs by 2019, and also will you still be creating content by then? Well, I don't at all think I'll be getting to 1 million subs. I think that that's nearly impossible for me to get to, but I appreciate your confidence in me, John, and the content that I create. I plan to still continue creating content. I love doing it. It kind of is like a timestamp in time for me where I am in my life, and especially with my little videos of my son that I'm throwing in the front of them sometimes. It's just, you know, these videos, each one means something to me, so I plan to continue creating content. If I get to a crazy number of subs in that time, that is just an added bonus. It would be awesome. I mean, I would love it. I think every person on YouTube that puts in as much time as I do has that dream deep down, so we'll see if I get there. I'm just looking for 6,000 right now. Let's get into our next question, which is from Universal Plays, and he asks, which do you prefer, Clash Royale or Clash of Clans? And that is a very difficult question. I mean, I started playing Clash of Clans almost 3 years ago, and I've devoted so much time into that game. I'm pretty much a max Town Hall 9 right now, just about maxed heroes, so lots of time and effort, as you know, goes into games like that. Lots of grinding, farming, so I really love Clash of Clans. It got me into the whole Clash scene. And but Clash Royale is, you know, it's a little more casual, a little more easy to just jump on in when I can and get some battles in, have a lot of fun, and it's 1v1. I don't have to worry about a war where I'm battling with other teammates. It's all on me. Each battle is on me. So I love both of the games. I think they're both awesome games, and they each serve a different purpose for me in my life. I love them both. I can't really choose one. If you ask me which one I play more, like spend more time on these days, it's probably Clash Royale, but it's not by a ton. They're pretty darn close. So thanks, Universal Plays, for that question. And we're going to get into the next one. Before I do, I think I need to get another replay going on the screen because this one has just ended. That was from Samboy from the War Masters Inc. clan, which is my home clan at this point in time. Alright, Royalty shared a replay. Let's get into that one. As I get into Minecraft Gamer's question, what's my favorite card? And I'm assuming he's talking about Clash Royale. That would just make sense now, wouldn't it? Well, my favorite card in Clash Royale is the Golem. It's my favorite troop in Clash of Clans, my favorite card in Clash Royale. I love building decks around the Golem card. It's just such a powerful card, and it really can, it's intimidating. It can dominate your opponent if played correctly with the correct support troops behind it. And yeah, so that's my favorite card. Let's get into the next question, which is from Fadanzo R. And this says, I just heard your video that you're a teacher. That's awesome. I'm thinking of becoming one myself. It's fun and enjoyable. Is it fun and enjoyable work? Sorry for my bad English. I'm not a native speaker. Is it worth becoming a teacher? Well, this is a multi-layered question right here. I mean, I'm a phys ed and health teacher, which is probably the most fun you could have as a job. I get to play sports with kids and really just exercise, be fit, and play sports all day long. It's really great. So the job itself, it's a fantastic job. If you like dealing with kids, it's a great job. If you don't like kids, then it's not a job for you. But you know, if you like working with kids and making impressions on kids and impacting lives, it's a perfect job for you. Now, mind you, you're not just working with kids. You have yourself a boss. You have yourself coworkers that you're not gonna like, just like you do any other job. You know, but in any job, you have to deal with people you don't care for, or you have to, you know, it's not perfect. But the job itself is great. Now, there's a lot of politics with it. I'm in New York State, and in New York, I mean, the Common Core and all that kind of stuff is just really in my opinion, holding back education. It's worrying more about standardized testing and worried more about judging teachers than actually teaching the kids. So I don't think education is in the best place right now. I don't think that we're putting enough focus on the kids learning as we are the teachers teaching. And you're always going to have teachers in education that take advantage of the system, that don't do a very good job, no matter what Common Core type stuff you put into place. And you're always going to have those good teachers who, no matter what, are going to work their butts off and do great if there's someone watching over them or not. So really, I don't feel that what they're doing right now, what the government's doing right now, is the answer to making better teachers and better education system. So as far as that, that stuff kind of stinks, but the job itself is awesome. Now, getting a job, it depends on what you are. If you're a social studies or a math teacher, you probably won't have too big of a problem getting yourself a job. But if you're a phys ed teacher like myself, it is extremely difficult to get a job. It's very competitive. There's a lot of people that are trying to be phys ed and health teachers, and just not a lot of positions. A lot of people will retire at very late ages as a phys ed teacher because it's such a great job. They don't want to get out of it. It's just it's enjoyable, like I said. It's fun, which is the same as enjoyable, but it's something that you don't just want to leave. So there's not a lot of jobs. A lot of schools only have 1 or 2 phys ed teachers. So there's not a lot of jobs, and there's a lot of people applying. One example, I applied to a job in my hometown, which was in Long Island. I'm no longer there, Long Island, New York, and I had someone on the inside. My resume was put on the right person's desk, and I called up and I said, just curious, I just want to know you got my resume, blah, blah, blah. And they said, I wouldn't get my hopes up. We've had over 1,000 applicants for that one position. That was a phys ed position on Long Island. So that shows you how competitive it can be, how many people are actually trying to get certain positions in schools. Now, that's phys ed, very different than most other areas. So there you go, Fidonzo. I hope that helped you out a little bit, but the job itself is great. If you like kids, try and become a teacher, work through the politics, do the hustle, get yourself that job, and you'll probably enjoy it. Plus, pensions are great here in the United States. Moving on, we are talking to Universal Plays, and they asked, who introduced me to Clash of Clans and Clash Royale? And, well, I initially didn't start playing Clash of Clans or Clash Royale. I started playing Star Wars Commander, which is a lot like Clash of Clans, but with the Star Wars theme. I'm not even a big fan of Star Wars, but that's how it all started for me. I was in one of the top clans in the world. It was Blackwing Elite, and really got into the whole base building and Clash of Clans style play. I was always in the tower defense kinds of games, and that kind of lies in the same area. Now, after maybe 6 to 8 months playing that game, I found Clash of Clans just on my own, actually. I heard of it, I checked it out, and I'm like, oh, this is a great game. So I was playing both for a while. Clash of Clans was on the back burner because I was so invested in the competitive scene of Star Wars Commander. And then Star Wars Commander is not as good a game. I mean, that's just a known fact. So over time, I just got frustrated with it, and I decided that I was not going to continue, and I was going to spend my time in Clash of Clans, take that more seriously, and that's how that was introduced to me. And once I got into Clash of Clans, I started my own clan, which was Echo Elite, which I no longer am with. I actually left that clan behind. I'm now with the Bada Bing clan, which is an extremely competitive, top-tier clan in the game. And that's how Clash of Clans came along. And Clash Royale, when it first came out, I saw all my favorite YouTubers starting to make videos on Clash Royale. I'm like, oh, what is this? I was so angry that they were like leaving Clash of Clans behind. And then I tried out Clash Royale, and I said, well, wow, this is actually really great. My hate of my YouTube friends for starting to create content on that game, it subsided, and I really understood where they were coming from and why they really fell in love with the game as well, because obviously I did myself. So that's how they came to be. It wasn't like I had someone actually introduce me to those games. I kind of found it along my own path. But Sun Tzu, actually my brother-in-law, is the one that introduced me to that Star Wars Commander game. So if you want to give credit to someone, we can give it to Sun Tzu. He is My brother-in-law, great dude. He's in game with me in Clash Royale here, and he got me into the whole mobile gaming thing, I guess you could say. And I have one more thing to discuss, and that's not even a question. It's just something that just came and popped into my mind this evening. Lots of drama going on in my clan, and this topic is about decisions. Now, I'm not going to get into details of what's going on because that's not what's important. But what is important is that I have made some really great friends in my clan here in Clash Royale. Some people that I feel loyal to, some people that have been there for me, and that I feel that I need to be there for them moving forward, in my Clash Royale career, call it, I guess. It sounds pathetic, but, it is actually pretty serious to me. So basically a few of these people are splitting ways, and I have people that are very important to me, some people that I've been to since day one in Clash Royale, and others that I've really built great relationships with over time. And I say that this topic is on decisions because, I'm going to be leaving or missing someone either way. I'm going to be missing someone that I was with in the beginning, along with a couple of other guys there. Or I'm going to be missing out on some people that have been so supportive of me and so good to me that it's just such a difficult decision for me to make. I have not made up my decision on what I'm going to do. Any decision that I make, I'm going to feel bad that I made. Either way, people are going to be annoyed with me that I chose the other way around, or I'm going to always think that maybe I made the wrong choice. But, on the topic of decisions, there are tough ones in life. Now, this is a game. This is a game that I take very seriously. I mean, I make content and I do this stuff every single day of my life. So for me, it's something important. Someone that's watching this may say, this is a stupid conversation just because it's over a game. But if we look at the topic of decisions and important decisions versus decisions that are not very important, in life, there are tough ones. And, I've had some really tough decisions that I had to handle in my life. And the best way that you could handle them is to take some time and don't make those, spur of the moment emotional decisions. You need to take some time and actually think about it, even make a list. I know it sounds corny to make a list, but it really is helpful to actually see in front of you positive and negatives of each of your choices, because sometimes, a little list like that can really put something into perspective for you, and you could say, wow, I didn't even realize how easy of a decision this was. So making a list can sometimes be really a great way to help tilt you in one way, in one direction or the other. Looks like this Royal Giant's going to take down that tower. Maybe not. 5 seconds left. And that doesn't look like it's gonna. That was just exciting. I had to talk about it right there. So yeah, I mean, I'm kind of coming to you guys with a question of my own, although I'm not asking a question. Sometimes we have these decisions, and they're hard. Like right now, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but whatever it may be, it's going to be a hard decision for me. So I'm gonna try and sit back and think about ways that I can handle this properly without hurting people's feelings, and with maintaining relationships that I've made over the past year of playing this game. And here's Sun Tzu's account right here. He's the guy that got me into the Star Wars Commander game. Great guy, good gamer, loves the game as well. But yeah, that's it, guys. So that's where I stand for now. If you have any tips on making decisions, leave them in the comments below, because I may be able to use some over the next couple of days. Also, if you have any tips or anything like that for other people on these other questions that I had addressed today, leave them in the comments below, because I'm definitely not one with all the answers. You guys can help out and engage as well. If you want to submit your questions, do so on Twitter at EchoThroughMe, #AskingEcho, or in the comments below. There's also an email address that's available, which is in the description below, if you'd like to reach me with a very in-depth question that you don't want to make public. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, hopefully you decide to subscribe to the channel. And if you are already subscribed, guys, pound that like button just to show me some support. And as you already know, I come out with content every single day, both Clash of Clans and Clash Royale. I'll see all of you back here again tomorrow. Until then, be good.